Good evening and welcome to the WMS Spring Orchestra Concert. My name is Morgan Vosberg. I'm the 5th grade orchestra teacher at the intermediate school, and I will be your MC tonight. How to Train Your Dragon, arranged by Robert Longfield. This orchestral arrangement by Robert Longfield brings to life the thrilling and emotional score from DreamWorks' How to Train Your Dragon, originally composed by John Powell. Known for its sweeping melodies and rich orchestration, the music vividly captures the film's sense of adventure, wonder, and discovery. This arrangement includes themes from This Is Burke and Coming Back Around. Medieval Wars by Brian Balmages. Immerse yourself in the popular tournaments of the Middle Ages, when knights would compete against each other in tests of will, strength, and agility in the name of honor. The dark opening sets the stage for the entry of the knights, who ride into the stadium with a noble theme over pulsating lower strings. As the tournament begins, the music becomes aggressive and driving, drawing everyone into the action. The final ceremony crowns our champion and brings the music to a magnificent and regal finale. Pirates of the Caribbean, arranged by Larry Moore. This exciting string orchestra arrangement by Larry Moore is based on the iconic film score by Hans Zimmer and Klaus Badelt. The medley features themes from The Medallion Calls, Blood Ritual, and The Black Pearl. With driving rhythms, bold melodies, and dramatic contrasts, the piece captures the adventure and the mystery of life at sea. Featuring music associated with the legendary Captain Jack Sparrow, this arrangement brings to life his swashbuckling world. From intense, energetic sections to darker, more suspenseful moments, it delivers a cinematic and engaging experience for a string orchestra. Sunset Suspended by Brian Balmages. Sunsets can create incredible color combinations that leave us breathless. They provide a glimpse of nature's artistic eye, and Balmages often wished he could suspend time during a particularly brilliant sunset. On the other hand, suspensions in music also lead us to want more. They coax us to the next chord, create a beautiful tension at the end of a phrase, and ultimately help create some of the push and pull that can make harmonies so interesting and engaging. This piece does not get its identity from a catchy melody, but rather draws its DNA from a series of suspended harmonies that constantly flow throughout the ensemble. Balmages has long believed that artistic music can and should reach every level of musician. He holds fast to the ideal that an ensemble should not need a vast amount of technique to be able to experience something transformative and have a profound impact on their listeners. Further, a piece should not need to be defined by its difficulty level. A truly musical work should appeal to groups at all levels, regardless of its technical simplicity. It is with this in mind that Balmages wrote Sunset Suspended. Fantasia on a theme from Thailand. Richard Meyer's arrangement is a selection of variations on the Ponglang dance, one of Thailand's most popular melodies. The Ponglang is a suspended vertical wooden xylophone whose keys are arranged upside down, with the low notes on the upper end and the high notes at the bottom. The melody uses the pentatonic scale and is very simple in nature. The variations do not retain the phrase lengths or harmonic structure of the original melody, as traditional variations would, but rather expand on fragments of the original tune in a variety of tempi and styles. After this exploration, the original melody returns, gradually gaining speed and energy as one would hear in a traditional performance of this dance. We are very grateful for everyone who has helped make this concert possible. Thank you to the other orchestra teachers, Melanie Loy and Morgan Vosberg. Thank you to the ISD 518 music and non-music staff. Thank you to our tuning helpers, Melanie Loy and Morgan Vosberg. Thank you to those who are sitting with the students, keeping them quiet and reminding them where they need to go. Thank you to our administrators for supporting music in our schools. Thank you to WAMBO for their continued support. Thank you to Tammy Macram, Mark, and friends of the auditorium for allowing us to use this space for performances. We also thank our parents and guardians for supporting their amazing orchestra students, and of course, the students for their hard work and dedication.
Good evening. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. Before I talk about this wonderful group of 8th graders, I would like to take a moment and recognize a very special person. Mrs. Loy, would you be able to come join me on stage? Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. All right, so 20 years ago, I was in 6th grade, and Mrs. Loy was just making her way to Worthington. So when Mrs. Loy came to Worthington, she took over the orchestra program from Beth Habicht, who had served the district for over 40 years. That means this program has been led by 2 incredible women for over 60 years. When Mrs. Loy arrived, she had a goal of growing the program. In her first year, she taught grades 4th through 12th. She was the only orchestra teacher in the district. She had 1 4th grade orchestra, 1 5th grade orchestra, a combined 6th, 7th, and 8th grade orchestra, and 1 high school ensemble, 94 students in total. Today, every grade from 4th grade through 8th grade has its own ensemble, and there are now 2 high school orchestras and 3 orchestra teachers. The program has now grown over to 400 students. It is safe to say, Mrs. Loy, you met your goal. While expanding the program, Mrs. Loy has also maintained a strong tradition of excellence. She's regularly taken students to honors ensembles across the region, supported students in earning spots in all-state orchestra, and guided many to outstanding performances at solo and ensemble contests where they've received excellent and superior ratings. Just this year, she led the Worthington High School Orchestra to large group contest where they earned 3 superior ratings. Mrs. Loy's impact extends far beyond the classroom. She was a founding member of both Worthington Area Symphony Orchestra and Worthington Area Youth Orchestra, helping to build a lasting musical presence in the community. Few people can look back on their careers and see such a profound and far-reaching impact, not only on their students, but on their entire community. Mrs. Loy, thank you for everything that you have done for me, the orchestra program here in Worthington. We wish you the best and happiness and joy in your retirement. You will be greatly missed. This year, we had 2 7th graders and 4 8th grade students get selected to the Bethany Lutheran Honors Orchestra in Mankato. These students spent the day at Bethany Lutheran working with students from across the region to put on a concert that night. These students did a great job representing Worthington, and I would like to recognize them. The 2 7th graders can come out, Jury Starr and Donovan Hubbard. 8th graders Samu, Christina Po, Lanapa, Emu, and Muse all stand up, please. The Minnesota Mid-Level All-State Orchestra is an audition ensemble that consists of some of the best 7th, 8th, and 9th grade orchestra students from across the state. To be considered for this ensemble, students must prepare 2 octave scales and 2 excerpts. In November, we recorded 4 middle school students and 2 high school students, and then had to wait until January to find out the results. This year from the middle school, we had 1 student selected as an alternate and 1 student selected to perform with this group. Even though she was not able to perform with this group, just being selected as an alternate is a huge accomplishment. Lana Pa, please stand to be recognized for this accomplishment. Also, from the violin section, we had our mid-level all-state participant. We spent 2 days up in the cities with 2 Worthington High School students who were also selected to perform with this group. They had a long day of rehearsals and put on an incredible performance the next day. To commemorate this, I had a plaque created. Please help me congratulate Phoebe, too, on her accomplishments. Come on over. I am still struggling to believe that it's already May, and that I only have 3 more weeks with this 8th grade class. This group of students has some of the hardest workers that I've had the privilege to work with. Now, hard work in the orchestra room looks like many different things. For some, it looked like refusing to turn in their music first playing quiz until they actually received 100%, not the 90% that was 100%. Some, it was early morning practice or jam sessions in the orchestra room with friends before school would start. And for others, it was trying to see how many side quests they could go on before I noticed. And then for others, it's seeing who could be the most dramatic when they found out that, yes, they did have to play their instruments that day. This group has consistently surprised me with their dedication to excellence. They come to class ready to learn and grow. They push themselves and each other. Regularly, they are helping their stand partners and section mates with fingerings and bowings. It has been truly an honor, 8th grade, to work with you the past 3 years, and I will truly miss you. I can't wait to see all that you will accomplish in the upcoming years, and I truly, truly hope that you will continue with orchestra throughout your time in orchestra. Or your time in high school, sorry. Parents, please, please, please encourage your students to stay in orchestra. They've all worked way too hard to quit now. Their journey is just beginning. I promise I am almost done talking, but I have one more student to recognize. The Director's Award for Orchestra has been given to a student every year at WMS since 1985. The student that receives this award has shown strong leadership, musicianship, and dedication over the last 3 years. Every year, I have all of the students write a speech about why they think they are deserving of this award. After giving their speech, they get to vote on who they think should receive this award. I am so glad that I do not have to make this decision. There are just so many strong leaders in this group and so many deserving students. The Director's Award this year goes to a young lady that since day one has been a pillar in the orchestra program. Her dedication, musicianship, and leadership is far beyond that of an 8th grader. Not only is she a part of the 8th grade orchestra, but she has been a part of the Worthington Area Youth Orchestra, WS Band, Jazz Band, all of which she's a respected member and leader in. One of my earliest memories of SAMU was during Summer Strings, where instead of all the kids saying 6-7, they were saying Sigma. I was so tired of hearing the kids say Sigma that I told the kids that they were not allowed to use that word until they could repeat the entire Greek alphabet. The next day, Sa walks into the class and rattles off the entire thing. So naturally I said, no, you missed one. But I don't know the Greek alphabet, so she spent the entire day trying to figure that out. Anyway, congratulations to this year's Director's Award recipient, Samu. Oh, are you taking over?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Annika,
And my name is Maya.
and we wrote this speech along with the help of Kamila.
Before we continue, my friends and I, along with the rest of the orchestra, want to express our sincere gratitude to you. Not only have you been our orchestra director, but you've been a truly wonderful one at that. Our middle school years with you were incredibly interesting and absolutely unforgettable.
We want you to know that every gray hair and every wrinkle you've gained is a reminder of us and our core class memories, or a simple reminder that you are becoming an ancient artifact. We also want you to know that we did appreciate the endless 6-7 jokes.
If you turn around, you'll see that we have several gifts for you. We've got you snacks because you're a big bag, flowers, and most importantly, we got you a large Malta Mocha Espresso, and yes, with skim milk. We also went diving for pictures for this poster, as you can see.
Well, to sum this up, Mr. Paulson, thank you again for your patience with us, and thank you for being one of the best teachers out there. From being dead serious and crashing out to extremely funny, you have made our experience memorable, to say the least.
Thank you guys so much. That was so nice of you. Thank you. Can we put them backstage so I don't lose them? I'm trying to decide if I can drink coffee and conduct at the same time during a concert. But I think I will wait. I should just do it. What's the worst that can happen?
Music from Coco, arranged by Larry Moore. Inspired by Disney and Pixar's film Coco, this vibrant medley brings together 4 of the movie's most memorable songs: Remember Me, Un Poco Loco, La Llorona, and Proud Corazon. The original soundtrack blends traditional Mexican musical styles with contemporary film scoring, reflecting the story's setting during Dia de los Muertos, or the Day of the Dead, a celebration honoring family, memory, and heritage. Throughout the work, listeners will hear influences of Mexican folk music, including dance-like rhythms, lyrical melodies, and colorful harmonies. Moore's arrangement distributes melodic material across the ensemble, allowing each section to shine while encouraging students to develop rhythmic precision and expressive phrasing. This medley offers both performers and audiences a chance to experience the warmth, energy, and emotional resonance of Coco, reminding us that music plays a powerful role in keeping your memories alive. Appalachian Sunrise by Doris Gazda. The Appalachians are the chief mountain system of eastern North America, stretching for nearly 1,500 miles from the Gaspé Peninsula in Quebec, Canada, to central Alabama in the United States. One way to view the Appalachian Mountains is to hike on the Appalachian National Scenic Trail. This footpath passes through 14 states in the U.S., 2 national parks, and 8 national forests. It is the longest marked continuous footpath in the world and is about 2,000 miles from start to finish. Hikers and campers can experience rugged hills and mountains, quiet valleys, mirror-like lakes, rushing rivers, green meadows, and dense forests. It is the spectacle of the Appalachian sunrise, however, that is the most memorable for many of today's trailblazers. As glorious solar rays spread light and warmth across the grandeur below, the promise of a new day is offered for the taking. Whether it be the colors of autumn, the new life of spring, the blossoms of summer, or the glisten of winter, the beauty of daybreak in the Appalachians demonstrates the unequaled artistry of Mother Nature's hand. Fantasy on Simple Gifts, arranged by Robert Kerr. Fantasy on Simple Gifts is a lyrical and expressive arrangement based on the beloved American Shaker tune called Simple Gifts. This melody, widely recognized through its use in Aaron Copland's ballet Appalachian Spring, reflects the simplicity and spiritual clarity of early American life. Kerr's setting is conceived as a fantasy, meaning the music unfolds freely rather than following a strict form. The piece moves seamlessly through contrasting sections, each offering a different interpretation of the familiar tune. At times, the melody appears in a calm, hymn-like style. At others, it is transformed through richer harmonies, flowing accompaniment, and more animated rhythms. The work pays tribute not only to Copland, but also to the broader Scottish and Irish folk influences that helped shape early American music. These elements can be heard in the lilting phrasing, dance-like passages, and modal harmonies that give the piece a sense of both nostalgia and motion. Beginning with a gentle and reflective introduction, the piece gradually builds in intensity, exploring different textures and moods before returning to a more serene conclusion. This arc creates a musical journey, evoking images of rural landscapes, community life, and the enduring beauty of a simple melody passed down through generations. Thank you all for coming out tonight. We hope you have enjoyed this concert as much as we have. Thank you for supporting your students and their hard work and dedication. Please drive safe and enjoy the rest of your evening. And students, please take your instruments and music home and bring them back to school on Monday. If there's anyone willing to help tear down this evening, please feel free to make your way to the stage. Thank you.